The TVWAN News is proudly brought to you by
BSP, our bank, our people.
Hello and welcome. This is TV1 News. I'm Maricela Kelaton.
And I'm Jasmine Jack. Join me later in the bulletin for sports.
In this edition, Help Program benefits over 35,000 students, Building a Nation through service delivery, and PNG Rugby brace for World Series. A community leader at the disaster-stricken Umbaku village of Makam district in Morbe province is questioning why the District Development Authority has not yet come to their aid. So far, only the Morbe Provincial Disaster Office has responded, distributing 2,000 kina worth of shelter and food supplies on Wednesday, 3rd of January.
A landslide occurred at Umbaku, Makam District's Leron Wantowat, at 5 a.m. on Friday, the 29th of December 2023, killing 3 people while a young man is still missing. An unconfirmed number of people were also injured. Houses were destroyed, food and cash crop gardens buried, and water sources contaminated. Officers from the Morbe Provincial Disaster Office brought 2,000 kina worth of food supplies and shelter on Wednesday, the 3rd of January, while the Makam District Development Authority is yet to visit the affected area. Ward 5 Development Committee Chairman Sinepe Kutnana expressed disappointment that their own district office continues to remain silent on the tragedy. It's almost a week since the landslide, and they have not received any word from the district authorities, including the local MP. This newsroom managed to get through to the Makam District Administrator, Bohage Bebinaso, who called for understanding from people that public accounts are still closed. He further said the Provincial Disaster Office has taken control of the situation. Bebinaso said the DDA will come in with assistance after citing the assessment report. Bebinaso said he is now in Ley to discuss with the disaster team how best they can support relief efforts. Camila Guare, TV1 News, Ley.
A fun-filled 2-week Christmas summer camp enabled children and young people of Mary Help of Christians Parish, Sabama, prepare spiritually for Christmas. The camp opened every morning at 8:30 and concluded at 12:30 p.m. It ran from the 11th to the 22nd of December at Don Bosco Technical School, Gabutu. 60 young participants from Sabama, Gabutu, Badili, and Serakone attended. Objectives of the camp were to understand the spirit of Christmas and spiritually prepare for the birth of Christ, engage in a variety of educational and artistic activities that allow children to use their imaginations, creativity, and express ideas through a variety of mediums, and enjoy social interaction through group activities in a spirit of healthy competition. Every day had a variety of activities. After morning prayer, Brother Philip would commence mathematics for a class of nearly 40 students, while the little ones did the same under the direction of Kevin Moiron of Georgina. This was followed by creative arts. Young, energetic, creative, and talented participants soon emerged. Stars and decorations were made while songs were rehearsed to stage a Christmas play. The camp was spearheaded by Father Ambrose Pereira, parish priest of MHC, Parish Sabama, with the support of Father Pedro, Brother Philip, Sister Kagan, Fidelma Urakupa, DBTI volunteers, and the DBTS pastoral team. There is an ever-increasing need to bring those who are lost, especially in the local communities, into the church to maintain and increase the commitment of those already in the church. This requires vibrant parish leadership, says Father Ambrose Pereira, parish priest of Mary Help of Christians, Sabama. A leadership was facilitated last December by Father Ambrose for various Likli Christian community of the Mary Help of Christian Parish to align the LLK leaders to their duties to their respective members of the parish.
Leaders from the various Likli Christian community of Mary Help of Christians Parish at Sabama in the nation's capital attended a leadership retreat last December to align their roles with their Christian faith in serving their communities of Serokone, Pari, and Gabutu. Various devotional group leaders also took part. Sessions were aligned with the theme Yeast in the Leaven. One of the sessions, entitled A Vibrant Parish, was facilitated by Cleric Raphael Gobi. Cleric Raphael stressed on servant leadership, demonstrated by the life of Jesus in the New Testament. He reminded the participants that Jesus came to serve and not to be served, and so they too must be servants by offering themselves to serve the parish and its members. Servant leadership was emphasized in the third session on day 2 by facilitator Grace Rakia. Grace added that leaders need to be good listeners also. Participant Francis Benny said the retreat brought a change to his heart and he was determined to resolve personal challenges at home. Participant and Gabutu parishioner Priscilla Sariman said the retreat had her question whether what she was doing as a leader was enough or if she needed to do more. In the final session, Father Ambrose Pereira, retreat organizer and parish priest of Mary Help of Christians Sabama, highlighted the family of Don Bosco Strena for 2023. The first was being cheerful always and dismissing troubles that take away one's peace. Second was being committed and diligent in performing one's responsibilities. And third was helping those in need, even if it requires effort and trouble. Salome Vincent, TV1 News.
From the 80 pioneer grade 12 students of New Hanover Secondary School at Konomatalik in New Ireland Province, only 10 secured spaces at higher learning institutions. Parents and guardians voiced their frustration, questioning the selection process by the Department of Higher Education, Research, Science and Technology. Principal Frederick Mahisu explained that the grade point average, or GPA, is not the only determining factor behind a student's acceptance into a tertiary institution. Subject combinations are also taken into consideration. Mahisu said even though a good number of his students scored a GPA of 2.1 and above, they were not selected. Some of them were put in the national admission pool. Early this week, Acting DHES Secretary Father Jan Schuba explained that a student's subject combination in secondary school might be different from the requirements of the tertiary institutions that they are interested in. During the recent online selection, 10,007 grade 12 students nationwide were selected according to their choices, while another 6,000 eligible students were put in the national pool for institutions to consider. Mahisu is yet to confirm the number of Lavongai students placed in the national admission pool. Father Jan said earlier this week that some tertiary institutions had called students in the national submission pool offering spaces because 3,800 spaces remain vacant. The success of the Higher Education Loan Program was commended by Prime Minister James Marape after he received an update from Higher Education, Research, Science and Technology Minister Don Pollier and Secretary Father Jan Schuber recently. Over 35,000 students have benefited from help, with a total expenditure exceeding 177 million kina as of December 31st, 2023.
The Higher Education Loan Program is a government initiative that aims to assist students pay tertiary fees, especially those facing financial constraints. It was introduced in 2020. Minister for Higher Education, Research, Science and Technology Don Pollier and Acting Secretary for DHEST, Father Jan Schuber, revealed recently the cumulative amount of 177,371,936 kina in help loans disbursed between 2020 and 2023. Of this total, 35,615 kina approved loans were disbursed as of December 31st, 2023. The annual breakdown shows in 2020, 28,588,354 kina was disbursed, benefiting 5,204 students. In 2021, 27,688,365 kina was disbursed, benefiting 6,743 students. In 2022, 47,093,604 kina was disbursed, benefiting 9,840 students. In 2023, 74,001,613 was disbursed, benefiting 13,828 students. Additionally, between 2020 and 2023, 17,440 undergraduate students at universities benefited from help, while 405 postgraduate students at university benefited from help. 6,477 students attending teachers and nursing colleges received the help assistance, and 11,293 students at business colleges, technical colleges, and private education providers received help assistance. In 2022, the program generated its first repayment when the first beneficiaries began repaying the loan. He emphasized that beneficiaries would not be pressured into repaying the loan hastily. They can opt for a lifelong repayment plan. The Prime Minister said repayments will be saved in what is called the Higher Education Endowment Fund, which will generate returns and in turn self-sustain the program in the long run. Prime Minister Marape said he anticipates a continued growth in the numbers of students seeking help, considering this year's new intakes for tertiary schools. Jasmine Rojak, TVWAN News.
This is TVWAN News. When we come back, police officers to be recruited and 12 million kina hospital recommences construction.
Experience a convenient and smarter way to do your banking with BSB Mobile Banking. You don't have to leave the office or your home to pay for bills. You can view your account balance, transfer funds, top up phone credits, or purchase Easy Pay units wherever you are. Visit your BSB branch today to register now for BSB Mobile Banking. BSB Mobile Banking, the smarter way to bank. BSB, our bank, our people.
He says the best Hunters players come from his region. So does she. But there's one thing that brings everyone together. SB Laga, Bunyamyumi.
Open nets.
A true champion is measured by their courage, their determination, and their passion to never give up and to always keep trying. With a delicious Milo in milk taste and added nutrients, Milo in milk is a great way to fuel our little champions with nourishing energy every day. Because true champions give it their all.
Milo, PNG and Mia. Find PNG made.
Number One Super wants members Super to last as long as possible in retirement. With Number One Super's retirement savings account, you get regular payments while the balance remains invested and continues to grow, helping your super savings last longer. It's like still getting paid even when you stopped working. Number One's retirement savings account. Contact us today to find out more.
Superstition ain't the way.
Australia's favorite chef is taking you around the world to meet amazing people.
Teach me how to make this one.
Experience delicious food.
Bon appétit.
And discover the most incredible flavors.
Yum. Nice.
This is a culinary expedition on a budget.
50 rupees. That's a deal. Whoa.
Cheers. Around the world with Mano Fidel. Streaming now on Outdoor.
First and exclusive.
I've been hearing things. There's something going on in this house. Bowser is coming.
We will destroy the Mushroom Kingdom!
I'll do anything for my brother.
You possess a unique set of skills. The world needs you.
Okay.
I think there's something here that's not meant to be.
What did you see?
I saw a nun.
First and exclusive. All new on Saturdays.
Welcome back. The Royal Papua New Guinea Constabulary will be recruiting up to 1,000 new police officers each year, says the Minister for Internal Security, Peter Siamalili Jr. He said the police force needs to be adequately staffed and capable of delivering effective law enforcement services.
Minister for Internal Security Peter Siamalili Jr. said that the objective of recruiting up to 1,000 Royal Papua New Guinea Constabulary or RPNGC police officers annually is to ensure that the police force remains staffed and capable of delivering policing services to the people of this country. Minister Siamalili said this after responding to recent reports of the arrest of 116 former police officers last year, where 74 are now facing discipline-related charges. He said if a member of RPNGC commits a crime, they will be arrested, prosecuted, and subsequently dishonorably discharged from the police force. This includes crimes such as assault, family and sexual violence, corruption, theft, public drinking, and the use of illegal drugs. He said reform is underway as exemplified by the Commissioner's decision last year to dismiss over 300 personnel who brought disgrace upon the oath they had taken. Furthermore, Siamalili said RPNGC is actively replacing the dismissed personnel through the ongoing training of the 223 recruits and 63 officer cadets, whom will soon graduate, and additional recruiting up to 1,000 new police officers each year. Tracy Pa, TVWAN News.
Work has recommenced on the construction of the 12 million kina Mosby South District Hospital with a 3 million kina complete fit-out. Mosby South MP Justin Chichenko said the construction of the hospital was stopped due to a court case. He said now that NCDC and Mosby South have won the case, construction work has resumed.
Mosby South MP Justin Chichenko said the first of its kind 12 million kina Mosby South District Hospital project, which was planned for completion by December last year, was stopped due to a court order by the landowners from Uru village disputing the land on which the hospital was being constructed. He said NCDC and Mosby South have recently won the court case. Therefore, construction has recommenced. Tachenko said the hospital will cater for an 8-bed maternity ward emergency center, 10-bed inpatient, dental clinic, X-ray unit, pharmacy, antenatal clinic, offices, and conference rooms. He said the hospital is expected to open in July. Tachenko added that 2 doctors' houses will be built behind the hospital premises, as well as a nursing quarters with backup generator and good water supply. He said his electorate is working with the health department to engage top-ranking doctors, nurses, and health workers to ensure that the hospital is fully operated by professional and qualified Papua New Guineans. Tracy Pa, TVWAN News.
NCSL launched its new and improved website at its head office in Port Moresby today. The website is designed to provide an enhanced and user-friendly experience for its members. NCSL Acting CEO Keith Raimo said the new website aims to meet the needs of its members by offering a seamless online platform to a range of financial products and services. Some key features of the website include enhanced user interface, accessibility, a savings calculator that provides a simple and user-friendly way to estimate members' potential savings over a period of time, loan application availability, and updated content with a dedicated section for informative articles and resources covering various financial topics and member experiences so that members can make informed decisions about their finances. Public servants gathered today at the Sir John Guy Stadium in Port Moresby for the 8th Public Service Dedication Service. The theme, Building the Nation in Unity Through Service Delivery. There are currently over 133,000 public servants serving in 129 government agencies. Heads of government agencies have been urged to be prudent in their management and supervisory roles in 2024. Public Service Minister Joe Sungi at today's Public Service Dedication Service placed emphasis on the need for vigilant and decisive leadership in the public service. Agency heads have been granted human resource powers as of December 1st, 2023. Staff performance appraisals will be coordinated through the use of ICT in efforts to modernize the public service.
Let me take this opportunity to thank you for the efforts you have put into serving our people in the past year, and I encourage those of you that have done well to continue, and those that are not, to put in extra effort to serve our people better as the servants of our people.
In his keynote address, Prime Minister James Marape told public servants who were present that they represent people in their local communities who have high expectations on each and every one of them. There are currently over 133,000 public servants serving in 129 government agencies. The total personnel emoluments expense for 2023 was 4.72 billion kina. Prime Minister Marape says Papua New Guinea faced challenging times in 2023. He attributed the successful end of 2023 to God shepherding the country's leadership into the new year. Meantime, Chief Secretary to Government, Department of Prime Minister and the National Executive Council, Ivan Pomaliu, highlighted the need to amplify prosperity and development through individuals and individual commitments.
It is only appropriate and timely in the beginning of the year for us to congregate as public servants to acknowledge God and seek His guidance and commit our annual operating plans and programs for 2024 and beyond. I understand we only have 15 such annual plans to dedicate today, but I would urge that those who have yet to submit to do so within the week, to to my office and copies to the Department of Personnel Management. The theme, Building the Nation Through Unity in Service Delivery, is a call for us as public servants to work in unity in the delivery of services through far and wide, and to serve our fellow countrymen and women and children. It is a call for us as public servants to renew our work commitments to serving God by serving our people.
And now the finance news. The kina closed lower at 0.2681 US dollars in the interbank market. At Bank South Pacific, our kina was buying 0.2606 US dollars, 0.3855 Australian dollars, 0.2304 euro, and 37.31 Japanese yen. Looking at commodity prices at New York close, all closed higher except coffee closed a day lower. And on the stock market, the Dow Jones closed lower, ASX closed lower, and all ordinaries closed lower as well. You watching TV1 News. We'll have news from abroad when we return. Stay with us.
Experience a convenient and smarter way to do your banking with BSB Mobile Banking. You don't have to leave the office or your home to pay for bills. You can view your account balance, transfer funds, top up phone credits, or purchase Easy Pay units wherever you are. Visit your BSB branch today to register now for BSB Mobile Banking. BSB Mobile Banking, the smarter way to bank. BSB, our bank, our people.
Hiya, Mama.
You wait then, let me add him special flavor.
Put in more flavor, put in more taste. Magical cuddle, get up and big smile on face. Time for Kim chicken, a great kumutu. Sip, sip, the moo, yes, magic on you.
Maggi, the taste PNG loves.
Daniela, why no la kaya rin mo sa drive up so ito pa can pass round.
How dare you!
Digicel's TV's 80 channel plus 5 Filipino plan keeps you entertained with 80 channels of world-class entertainment plus 5 Filipino channels for you to follow more of your favorite Filipino drama non-stop. That's right, you'll always keep up with your favorite Filipino dramas.
It's game over for you.
When is she going to stop making up stories? Margaret, that's enough.
This is my only chance to get my daughter back.
What are you talking about, Fina?
Gael.
Subscribe to a 80 channel plus 5 Filipino Digicel prepaid pack, 1, 7, 14 or 30-day plan, and enjoy 80 channel of world-class entertainment plus 5 channels of Filipino dramas. Dial *515# to subscribe now. Digicel TV. More channels, more choice, more value.
For sportsmen and women, the internet can be a dangerous place. Filled with crackpots, show-offs, pranksters, and troublemakers.
It's time to go viral, America. You going?
So we compiled the greatest clips from the great outdoors and called it Viral Outdoors.
Somebody's trying to kill us! This way!
I think I know where the treasure of Foggy Mountain is, and I think we should go get it.
If you're scared of dying, don't be afraid to live.
An ancient boarding inscription, the seal of a body containing a demon.
Welcome back. In regional news, it's believed human error could have been one of the main factors in the fatal plane crash at Tokyo's Haneda Airport. Transcripts of air traffic communications show a passenger jet had been cleared to land when it collided with a Coast Guard plane that had not yet received permission to be on the runway.
Fuselage of Flight 516. Every piece, each fragment analysed for clues. Critical to understanding how two planes could collide at one of the world's busiest airports. Air traffic control communications have been released showing the Japan Airlines flight had been cleared to land. Moments later, the Coast Guard pilot was told to taxi to holding point.
I think the cause of this accident was not a mechanical issue from the aircraft. It was a human error.
Nothing in the transcript suggests the smaller Dash 8 plane was approved to go onto the runway, which leaves the question as to why it was there.
I think the pilot of the Japan Coast Guard plane misunderstood something he heard.
Sadly, part of this disaster could be due to miscommunication. The captain of the Coast Guard plane said he did have permission to enter the runway, but a Coast Guard official has acknowledged there's no indication he was cleared to do so. 6 people were on board that plane, 5 died in the collision, the pilot the only survivor, although he's been badly injured.
Residents in southeast Queensland are continuing to clean up after being hit by back-to-back natural disasters. The damage bill is rising and will likely run into the billions of dollars. With thousands of homes still without power, the Army today arrived to help clearing trees and removing debris.
Ready to help. 11 days since wild weather lashed southeast Queensland, reinforcements have arrived. A convoy of high-clearance trucks rolled in, 33 soldiers on board.
We are hoping we'll have another 20 people on the ground from tomorrow. That will get us up to 50 people on the ground for up to 7 days.
We're so glad to have you.
No, we're happy to be here.
It's making a huge difference.
This is ground zero and residents are at breaking point. Exhausted from cleaning up since a freak tornado tore through, the initial shock has worn off. Their grief is turning to frustration. Tammy Fogarty's Wongawallan home was obliterated on Christmas and then drenched with 400 millimetres of rain. Her home of 30 years is now unlivable, but has already been looted, so she's now sleeping in a camper van out the front.
I feel like we've been forgotten. We're one of the worst affected suburbs on the Gold Coast, but we've been forgotten.
At Springbrook National Park, this is where that New Year's Day downpour went. 6,000 customers, including most of Tamborine Mountain, are still powerless and patience is wearing thin. The Premier also getting his hands dirty.
95% of homes that lost their electricity have now been reconnected in what has been a mammoth effort by our energy workers.
The most important thing now is manpower and heavy machinery. The Army have both. They're helping clear the last of the debris so Energex crews can get in and finish the job. The scale of this weather event is becoming clearer. Across the Gold Coast, Logan and Scenic Rim, 917 properties have been damaged, including 132 homes severely and 8 destroyed. Nearly 76,000 people have applied for emergency assistance payments and 25,000 insurance claims have been lodged, but those numbers are climbing every day.
This is a significant number of claims and it probably highlights the ferocity of the storms. We'll get a better idea of the average claim cost in the next couple of weeks as assessors report back to us.
The stormy start to 2024 has continued with another severe thunderstorm system lashing Victoria overnight. The high country was the hardest hit region. Hundreds of trees have been brought down there and at least 4 people have been hospitalized. And the Bureau of Meteorology says we've not seen the last of it.
Frightening actually, and you could see things bending and then the next minute they'd crack. A lot of damage for their caravans and for their cars.
We started tracking one particularly severe thunderstorm cell which developed around about 7 p.m. near Ballarat and then just carved a path northeastwards across the state.
A time lapse from Maya shows the system rolling in. Later in the evening, this was the light show at Benalla.
Damage across the Kiewa Valley is extensive. We're talking hundreds of trees down across a number of major roads.
The SES received more than 250 calls for assistance across the state, the vast majority in the Hume region, including one serious incident at a holiday park near Bright at Freeburg. One man had to be flown to Melbourne after a large tree fell on a caravan here last night. He's in a serious condition in hospital. 3 other campers were also injured.
We're aware when we arrived on scene that this could potentially escalate into a much larger job because there are that many trees down across the actual park itself. To some extent, it was a bit of a miracle that we're actually only dealing with 4 casualties of one which was obviously, unfortunately, seriously injured, but it could have been a lot worse.
We're tracking a band of storms moving in from the northwest. That means moving in from South Australia towards Victoria. And this could be a fairly significant weather system on Sunday and Monday.
Health alert has been issued for Sydney's CBD that covers the busy periods of Boxing Day and New Year's Eve. 2 people are in intensive care after falling ill with Legionnaire's disease, while another 5 have been hospitalized. Flood and fire events have sent insurance premiums skyrocketing, forcing many consumers to choose between cover and essentials amid the cost of living crisis. Experts say millions of households are paying at least 1 month's salary for premiums.
Stunned when she got her latest home insurance renewal.
I felt absolutely sick to my stomach. I thought there's no way I'm going to be able to deal with this.
The Brisbane resident faced a 400% increase to her premium, a fifth of her weekly age pension.
I would have expected a slight increase, but that was absolutely extreme.
Experts say many families are being priced out.
That's getting to the stage of unaffordable or extreme insurance stress. In fact, 1.24 million, or 1 in 8 Australian households, is now facing at least 4 weeks of gross household income to buy a meaningful house insurance premium.
Over the previous 12 months, what we found was that the median household in Australia was facing a 28% increase in home insurance premiums. That's the largest I've seen in 20 years.
Severe flood events in 2022 have left insurers stretched, and they've passed on costs. Inflated premiums aren't expected to subside for some time.
We are facing a future with increasing natural disasters due to climate change, and can expect that unless we have rapid emissions reductions, that those costs will carry on increasing.
We need people moved away from high cost, high exposure areas if we're going to bring the price down, and that's a really long-term proposition. I think we all have to accept insurance is up a lot more, and that's here to stay for a while.
The ABC has spoken to numerous Queensland residents with similar stories to Ms Ross's, facing insurance hikes of anywhere from 30 to more than 100%. It's left many people wondering whether it's a safety net they can afford to live without.
I hate the thought of having to go without insurance.
While students are still enjoying the holidays, South Australia's Education Department says there's been a decrease in violent incidents in schools. The state government says the figures are due to the newly introduced mobile phone ban, but experts aren't convinced.
Renmark's Anya Tassios is preparing to start Year 11 in the state's Riverland this year. Her school banned phones before it was implemented across SA midway through last year.
It's wonderful. I mean, you get to socialise more with people, even if you don't have an option but to socialise.
The first lot of data suggests that it has been a real success so far, seeing a reduction as much as close to 30% in some cases of violent incidents between students.
While Anya agrees it's been beneficial during school, bullying has still been an issue after hours.
That's the time for people to gossip and talk, and that can reflect on school behaviour, whether phones are being used there or not.
Experts say it's too early to tell if the phone ban has reduced violence, and more research is needed.
Well, if it was actually true that the mobile phone ban is decreasing kids hitting and punching in schools, that's fantastic. However, I don't think that we can say that just yet.
Scrolling towards a safer school year.
And that ends the news segment. Over to you, Jasmine.
Thank you, Maricela. We'll have the Hunters to announce final squad, and kickboxing needs support. Stay with us.
Get ready for more Digicell's new Big Plus Supersized Data Plans. Now with more options, more plans, and more time. Choose from our daily plans, now valid for 24 hours, weekly plans, or even a monthly plan from our suite of Big Plus Supersized Data Plans. All with more data and starting from as low as 1 kina. Yes, you heard right. What's up, Asol? Yes, yeah. Only Digicell's Big Plus Supersized Data Plans gives you more. Activate today on My Digicell app or dial *675# only with Digicell.
Hey viewers, got a red disc on your roof? You can watch over 80 channels of exclusive NRL, State of Origin, Filipino and Indian drama series, local, international, live news and sports, plus some great international channels on Digicell TV. Get a 20-channel plan for as low as 25 kina for the one-day plan or 80 kina only if you jump in and buy the whole month at once. Want more? Maybe the 40-channel plan is what you need. Buy now for 30 kina for the one-day plan or be brave and go for the whole month and it's only 105 kina. Want even more? Try the 60-channel plan. It's only 35 kina for the one-day plan or take the big step and purchase the 30-day plan for only 185 kina. You want the biggest TV plan in PNG? Over 80 channels for as little as 38 kina a day for the one-day plan or take the whole month at once and you could be choosing from over 85 channels with either the Indian or the Filipino channel options as an add-on. Dial *515# to subscribe now. Digicell TV. More channels, more choice, more value.
Hello, WWE Universe. This is WWE Superstar Shayna Baszler, the Queen of Spades. I'm here to set it all on fire. Watch WWE on Digicell TV.
Back to Smith and Smith to Dombrat and Dombrat not friendly. Oh, interception! There it is, Simone, he's going to go all the way. No one's going to stop him. Perfectly spotted, perfectly pounced.
This season, the Bunce family are taking the ultimate risk.
There's no investors, there's no third party.
We're paying for it ourselves.
We have to find some good jade.
The stakes are high.
Joshua!
And every decision is their own.
Time and money is everything. That's how important it is.
Hit it!
Rush, move. It's all or nothing.
If we don't mine this year, we have no next year.
Jade Fever. All new season coming soon on Outdoor.
What's the loose touch from Brooks? Full Krug! It's the moment he's been waiting for. The goalkeeper stays and the header is in. Weaving his way through and a chance to finish it off. Hansa plays it off and Jolo has pulled Braga back into the game.
Thanks for staying with us. The PNG Hunters will be announcing their final 30-man squad for the 2024 QRL Host Plus Cup season next week. The final squad will resume training this weekend. 20 from the 2023 playing group are returning to the club.
Over 40 players were part of Block 1 of the pre-season PNG Hunters training camp, which ran for approximately 6 to 8 weeks before breaking camp for the festive season. PNG Hunters coach Paul Ayton revealed at the last media session that a 30-man squad will be retained after the Christmas New Year break, including the current 20 contracted Hunters players. Ayton said an additional 10 new talents who have impressed during the training process will make up the balance of the team roster. The possible Hunters regulars coming back are Jamie Mavoko Jr., Rob Solo Wane, Judah Rimbu, Sakias Komati, Brendan Nima, Epel Capinias, Wallen Tauloi, Shevin Tanabe, More Jr., Ila Alu, Trevor Solu, Junior Igila, Benji Court, Tommy Moide, and Sigi Konden. The former PNG International and NRL and Super League star is relishing his first season as PNG Hunters head coach after understudying his predecessors Matthew Church and Stanley Tappend. Aiton's precision approach and focus is on getting the fitness and fundamentals of the game right, defense and structure, and game awareness. Though it's tough for the new boys coming into camp, Coach Aiton has been impressed with the attitude and work ethics of everyone, giving the old boys a good challenge in competing for spots in the final squad. The PNG Hunters will kick off their 2024 QRL Host Plus Cup campaign at home at the Santos National Football Stadium when they host Wynnum Manly Seagulls on the weekend of March 9, 2024. Terry Longwood, TV1 Sports.
The PNG Puk Sevens team left for Brisbane today on their way to the HSBC World Challenger Series in Dubai, United Arab Emirates. Competition kicks off next weekend. PNG men's team has been grouped in Pool A with HSBC regulars Uruguay, Hong Kong and Georgia. Before the team's departure, coach I.M. Pilikos emphasized that discipline in the ruck and striking to the processes is key to their campaign. The team comprises 12 players, coach and team manager. They overnight in Brisbane before continuing on to the UAE Saturday.
After their convincing performances at the recent Oceania Sevens Championships in Brisbane in November 2023, the PNG men's and women's teams have regrouped and have their sights set on the HSBC World Challenger Series in Dubai in the United Arab Emirates next weekend. While the Palais are scheduled to fly out tomorrow via Singapore, the Puk left early today. They overnight in Brisbane and continue on to Dubai on Saturday. Former PNG Sevens international and Puk coach I.M. Pilikos said team's fitness level is good and are in good spirit to compete at the HSBC level. While they retained majority of the players from the recent Honiara Games, two major changes were made at the 11th hour. Malwai Patala and Paul Peter were recalled, replacing Benjamin Boas, who's joined Lace Next Tigers, and injured captain Mustafa Giona, who's now in rehab. Pilikos also announced debutant Hagen-based Jonathan Kama.
Two boys have become inside lo fishing place lo. Two boys were all injured. Captain don't play injured. That's why we bring him. Mali come inside Patala. Na narapla vacancy lo Benjamin Boas go long rugby league. We bring him Paul Pitai come inside. Because something we need lo policy ma por kata disla all areas lo mibla most defensive lo mibla even attacking lo mibla but mibla up when mibla need lo walk long is all rack area especially all rack area na all disla all up and when mibla have giving away plenty penalties where embassy supposed to mibla disla games.
Other players are Kunak Latte, Derek Volo, Kennedy Benjamin, Dixon Morrison, and Todem Dappen. Coach Pilikos stressed the importance of strong discipline, especially in the ruck area, which has let them down at recent international championships. He said playing against HSBC heavies in Uruguay, Hong Kong, and Georgia presents another opportunity to compete at the pinnacle of the Sevens rugby.
Same something because we set up all boys long just to take a game at a time. So like first game long plan important. So kind of once we win, a foundation we set him up, and then we must bend him to solve one something. Aim long is at least to win 2 games, to make him all cup quarterfinal.
While the team captain is yet to be officially announced, Kunak Latte, a young Lugagun native from New Ireland, is ready to put his hand up.
The play so we will masuk inside all finals, inside quarterfinals, semi-final, and grand finals.
The Challenger Series will be played over 3 weekends, starting in Dubai, in the UAE, from January 12 to 14. Both Puk and Palais will compete in the second leg of the tournament in Uruguay capital Montevideo from March 12 to 14. Terry Longwood, TV1 Sports.
With limited support, the PNG Kickboxing Federation managed to host a successful kickboxing tournament with help from the Mineral Resources Development Company. Participants flocked in the two-day event, representing Hela, Southern Highlands, Enga, Western Highlands, Jiwaka, Chimbu, Eastern Highlands, Medang, Morobe, and NCD. The tournament was part of the final selection. Over 120 male and female fighters aged 12 years and older took to the ring to secure a place in the 2024 Kickboxing World Championship in Spain this November. The federation is planning early fundraisings in the hope it can raise enough money to send a full team. The final list will be announced soon. The West Tigers are set to announce another big signing in the coming days, with Storm center Justin Olam reportedly agreeing on a deal with the reigning Wooden Spooners. The Tigers got their main off-season target in Jerome Luai on a 5-year deal from 2025, and according to the Daily Telegraph, Olam will also be heading to Concord.
It has been reported that Olam only needs to pass a fitness test in the coming days and he'll be a Tiger immediately, with the Storm willing to accommodate the PNG International's move and release him from his contract 3 years early. Having fallen out of favor at the Storm, Olam has been linked with the Tigers for quite some time now. The other name that has been in the discussions of an Olam to Tiger swap is emerging forward Sean Bloor, who last month reportedly agreed to a deal with the Storm from 2025. It is expected that the Tigers will allow Bloor to head to the Storm immediately in what will essentially be a straight swap for Olam. The Tigers' move gives Olam a chance for a fresh start at another club, given he was in and out of the Storm side last season and spent time in the Queensland Cup. At his best, the 30-year-old Olam would add plenty of punch to a Tigers backline in dire need of some spark in attack. Terry Longwood, TV1 Sports.
And that ends sports news. Over to you, Maricela.
Thank you, Jasmine. We'll now have the weather forecast for the next 24 hours. Southern, isolated showers and isolated thunderstorms. Port Moresby, partly cloudy with few showers and possible thunderstorms. Omase, isolated showers and thunderstorms. Medan and Wewak, partly cloudy. New Guinea Islands, isolated showers and thunderstorms. Kokopo, Rabaul, partly cloudy with few showers and possible thunderstorms. Highlands, scattered showers and isolated thunderstorms. Mount Hagen, Goroka and Kundiawa, partly cloudy with few showers and possible thunderstorms as well. Bismarck Sea and Pacific Ocean, sea smooth with northeast winds of 5 to 10 knots. Waters of southern PNG Indonesian border to Daru, Kiwai Islands, Kerema to Yule Island, Hood Point to Samari Islands, seas 0.5 to 1.5 meters. And that brings us to the end of this edition of TV1 News. Have a pleasant evening. Bye for now.
The TV1 News was proudly brought to you by BSP, our bank, our people.